Welcome. My name is Odero Diambo Jeremiah. I'll be taking through the loan, circle loan status. So I'll be importing libraries. I'll be importing NumPy. So we'll be using as num. I'll be importing pandas as PD. I'll be importing matplot library. I'll be using it to plot my graphs. I'll be importing Seaborn, so I'll be using it as from my land selection. I'll be importing. I'll train my AI. I'll test and I'll split. From the sketchland preprocessing, I'll import standard scalar and I'll use one hot encoder. From the sklan compose, I import column transformer, logistic regression, and pipelines. From the scale metrics, I'll import accuracy score, confusion matrix, classification reports, and score curve. I'll load my dataset. I'll use it diff pandas. I'll read from the location where my loan dataset is. So to extract it, I'll use df head to extract my data. So my extracted data is classified under age, monthly income, employment type, loan amount, loan purpose, credit history, repayment defaults, membership year, guarantor, and loan status. After that, I'll be using exemplary data analysis EDA. So I'll print df bracket loan status dot value underscore count brackets. So I'll use Seaborn to count plot X loan and data diff, and I will plot titles, loan status distribution, and I will use plot to show my data. Categorical features, I will use def select. I will use data types including objects, columns using to list, numeric features, and select data types including integers, floats. I use column to list, so I will print categorical features and print numerical features. So loan status, we will classify it in form of ones and zeros. So this is my plot to show my loan status distribution. After that, we will categorically divide in terms of employment types, loan purpose, credit history, and guarantors. Numerical, we will classify under age, monthly income, loan amount, repayment default, membership year, and loan status. So in terms of numerics, these are in terms of numbers like zeros, 5, 1, 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And in terms of categorical, we will use self-employment like informal, formal, self-employed, informal. We'll categorically, again, in loan purpose, we'll use farming, housing, business expansion, school fees. In terms of credit history, we will categorically use it in form of poor, good, fair, poor. So after that, we are going to convert the categorical using, so we are going to take one side, so we are going to use in terms of guarantor. So we are going to categorically list it in terms of zeros and ones. So we will be converting the categorical columns to numerics. So we will use def guarantors pandas to get dummies def So we are going to drop the first to be true and data types to be integer. So we are going to drop the guarantors from no yes to zeros and ones. So this is our head. So we are going to def drop head. So this is our dropped in terms of zeros and ones. After that, we are going to def employment type unique. So this is array. We are going to use self-employed, informal, unemployed, formal. So we are going to data type, we are using objects. So we are going to use loan purpose. Arrays, so we are going to arrays farming. Arrays, we are going to use farming, housing, business expansion, and school fees. So after that, credit history, we are going to use array of poor, good, fair. So we are using, after integrating, so this is our list. So we are going to use it in terms of zeros, 1.333930 and 0.22. So using the fill NA, we are going to, in place zeros, we are going to fill the name from these null values into true. So we are going to convert those null values into zeros. So we are going to div head. So this is zeros, zeros, zeros. So we have filled the null values into zeros. So we are going to use the column to scale. So we are going to scale the age, monthly income, loan amount, repayment by default, membership, year. So we are going to use the column to encode employment type, loan purpose, credit history. Using the scalar standardizer scalar, we are going to scale the column using the fit transformer. So we are going to scale the column to the preprocessor column transformer using the preprocessor column transformer. So we will type by transformer hyphen bracket num comma standardizer scalar double quotes. We are going to use the column to scale. We are going to use the numerics and categorical. So to transform using the numerics, we are going to use the standard scalar. Using the categorical, we are going to use the one hot encoder to drop the first column to encode. Using the head, so this is our diagram that we have standardized and use the one encoder to drop one column. After that, we are going to drop it in terms of X and Y. So we'll def drop column. So we are going to drop the loan status, and Y axis we are going to drop the loan status. So we are going to train, test, split, divide data set into training and testing. So using the X train, X test, and Y train and Y test, we are going to train, test, split. XY test size, we are going to put it 0.2. The random state, we are going to use 42. To certify, we are going to use X. Using the logistic regression model in training, the model is equal to logistic regression. Max inter, we are going to use 1000. Random state, we are going to use 42. So we are going to use pipeline processing plus logistic propagation. The model is equal to pipeline states. So we are going to use the preprocessor and classifier to classify the logistic regression. So our maximum integer will be 1000 and our random state is equal to 42. So we are going to use the model to fit X train and Y train. So we are going to extract our data from the C programmer. We are going to use the Anaconda library side package X learners units to validate data conversation, a column vector, X was, so we are going to pass it in one ID array that was expected. So this will be our pipeline. This will be, we will use the pipeline steps, preprocessor, column transformer. So we are going to use transformer, brackets, num, standardizer scalar. So we are going to use age, month income, loan amount, repayment by default, membership year. So category call, we will use the one encoder drop. First, we will drop the employment type, loan purpose, and credit history. So the classifier will be logistic regression max integer. So we will use 1000 and random state. So this will be our logistic regression. So using the model evaluation, we are going to evaluate. So we are going to use the y to predict the model and x to test. And y probability, we are going to use the model and predict probability x test, which is equals to 1. So we are going to print the accuracy. So the accuracy score, we are going to use the x test and y prediction. And we are going to print the classification report, and our classification report will be in terms of x test and y prediction. So this is our accuracy, which is equal to 0.5. Classification report. So we are going to use the confusion CM to print the confusion matrix using the x test and y prediction. So we are using the Seaborn heat map CM and not true FM, this one. So we are going to plot using the x labels predict, and plot y labels actual, and plot title confusion matrix. So we are going to show our plot. After that, we are going to use accurate rocks to score the y test and y probability using the f prebar threshold. So we are going to curve into x test and y probability using the plot. So we are going using the matplot library, we are going to plot our data x labels into false positive rates, and plot y labels into true positive rates. And we are going to plot title into rock curves and plot to legends. So we are going to plot f comma rock AC score into AC brackets to f. So this will be our plot. So this is confusion matrix actual. We are going to the actual one x and n, and predict n and x. So this will be our data. So we will use the rock curve. So this is our rock curve in terms of 0.0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1.0 in terms of false positive rates. And in terms of true positive rates, we'll also use 0.0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1. So this will be our AUC will be 0.53.